Pokemon and Minecraft have been some of my favorite games. Playing them together was possible thanks to a mod called Pixelmon. But now, a new mod called Cobblemon has come out with some amazing features which captures the essence of Pokemon in Minecraft in ways Pixelmon never could. I will be spending 100 days in this blocky world trying to capture and show off as many Pokemon in the mod as possible, as well as crafting the legendary Master Ball. If you want to play the mod yourself, you will find a link for the mod pack in the description. Once you spawn in your new world, you are free to explore the area, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick my own star Pokemon. It seems like I spawned in an ice biome with plenty of ice type Pokemon around, so it would be a good idea for me to take advantage of that by picking a fire type. So I chose Chimchar, which was a newer addition to this mod, and it's fired up to get this journey started. Before I go into my first battle, I wanted to check out my Chimchar. I could see its moves and stats through the summary window, which has everything you need to know about it. Some of the Pokemon have such a lively touch to them. You can tell their personality just by seeing the way they move. Unfortunately, not all the Pokemon in this mod have animations yet, but I'm sure they'll add them in future updates. I then started gathering materials required to make some basic tools so that I could get copper and iron, which were required to craft Pokeballs. By the end of the day, I was able to level up Chimchar to the point that I could evolve him into a Monferno, which also means that it gained the fighting type. So now I could switch some moves with the help of the arrow button and teach it Mach Punch. Cobblemon paired up with shaders and the biome pack is incredible. If you want to use them as well, you can find a link to them in the description. On the next day, I was able to find an apricorn tree, which comes in different colors, and as long as you have 4 apricorns of the same color, you can craft regular Pokeballs of that specific color. Who would have guessed? Anyways, for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to battle a Mamoswine, and obviously, my Monferno fainted. So I decided to craft a healing machine, which requires 5 iron and 2 copper. Although it does take some time to charge up, depending on how injured your team is. But unlike Pixelmon, you can break the healing machine and carry it around and heal your team on the go. It was about time I caught a new Pokemon, but being trapped in this icy hellhole didn't leave me too many options, so I caught myself a Swinub. Yo, is that an Onyx? Yo, what's up, my guy? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? It's so refreshing to see Pokemon in their blocky forms fitting perfectly into the world of Minecraft. And what Pokemon are you? Bruh. Ghastly was interesting cause it had this cool particle effect going on, but at the same time it wasn't cool cause it killed my whole team. So all I could do was yeet a couple balls and see what happens. And what do you know, I caught it. Ooh, I found a monument. So I might as well grab some prismarine shards. My main goal was escaping this frozen hellhole and find land. And on the way, I saw a couple of intimidating Gyarados just swimming about, but eventually, I found it. I saw a Pidgey and instantly caught it, cause it's such a cool Pokemon. I mean, not really, it's just a bird, but it can sit on my shoulder, which is reason enough. But then it goes a step better and gives me an additional effect of slow falling, so I never take fall damage. So while I quickly set up a home, let me explain what just happened. So basically, there are a few unique Pokemon that can sit on your shoulder. Some of them give you buffs, while others don't. This is a unique feature to this mod, which I absolutely love. All you require to craft a PC is 2 glass and 4 iron. And you all gotta admit that this GUI looks awesome. And this is basically where you do all the swapping around of Pokemon from your team to the boxes. Unfortunately, I don't have any Pokeballs to even try to catch a Snorlax, it's just gonna be a waste of time. But at least in the morning, I found a Munchlax, which is probably a lot easier to catch. Oh my god, it's a Scyther! This is gonna be a really strong Pokemon to have early game, and the best part is that it'll help me catch loads of other Pokemon thanks to False Swipe. Sometimes harvesting an apricorn from a tree gives you an apricorn seed, which you can plant to grow yourself a tree in the area of your choice. Oh wait, it's a Joltik! This little guy has such vibrant blue eyes and it looks so good in the dark. But the best part is that Joltik can give you the haste buff while sitting on your shoulder. So if you have a lot of mining to do, definitely grab yourself a Joltik, they're pretty common as well. Within just a few days, my Monferno was ready to evolve into Infernape. Unfortunately, it do be looking kinda stupid. It's just missing that kind of bouncy amped up vibe to it, and that's what I meant when I said that even just simple animations can give so much of a personality to a Pokemon. At the very least, it can now learn some absurd moves like Close Combat and Flare Blitz. Now that I had a couple of trees growing in my backyard, I could craft quite a few Pokeballs, so I started catching all the common Pokemon that spawn around this meadows biome. If there's one single reason you should play Cobblemon over Pixelmon, it's this thing. You've been nerfed, lost your curves, and you've lost your charm. I mean, to other people, yeah. To other people. Some Pokemon give off such a cool vibe at night. Ponyta's fiery mane has like this glow-in-the-dark kind of effect which adds a lot of immersion to the game. But the best part about Cobblemon to me is that they have added so many types of animations to the game. You can randomly walk up to a sleeping Pokemon in the wild or even put it to sleep with a move and see the animation take place. Poor Miltank, put it to sleep and now I just get to stare at its udders. Look at them, flowing in the wind.
Stop it. Get some help.
What the am I looking at? Oh, it's a Lickitung. You ever think that if people eat Pokemon, then its tongue would be a delicacy? So here's my first set of completed Pokemon lines. Get over here! I found a village and I noticed that I started seeing some Pokemon that I've never seen before, so I'm assuming that villages themselves act like a metric or like condition for spawning. Like Meowth, for example, would never spawn without a village. Oh my gosh, it's a Pokeball! This is the first time I've ever seen a Voltorb in this game, and hopefully it doesn't use Explosion or something. Yeah, what was I expecting? See, now that would have been amazing if they had added the move animation and Voltorb just exploding in my face, but not all Pokemon have their death animations just yet, which is kinda sad.
You suck! Psych! That's the wrong number!
I know adding other stuff is important, but maybe try to complete a Pokemon's features before moving on to the next one. Groom should always just be sleeping, the drool fits perfectly. Psyduck. Psyduck. Hello, Mr. Psyduck. Yeah, you're looking at me? You little piece of... It looks so goofy being confused, I love it. Oh yeah, I just remembered why I wanted to come to this village. It's cause I wanted to grab some wheat so that I can craft a bunch of cake. That means that I would also need eggs, so I enticed the chicken with my seeds. And all I had to do was now wait until it poops out a bunch of eggs. I found a Pidgeot and caught it, and for some reason, the Pidgey species is so bugged, to the point that you can't teach it any other moves than the ones that it comes with. Wait, I see a Charmander on the map. No way, I was just about to go mining for some minerals, but now there's a Charmander on the map. I don't have a lot of Pokeballs, so even if okay, I did find it, but like, how am I supposed to catch it now? This is gonna be an issue. It looks so cool. Look at that flame burning so bright at night. But like, oh my god, I need to push it back to base, I think. How else am I supposed to get more Pokeballs? I don't have apricorns, and the only apricorns around this area are near my base. Come on, Charmander. We can do this. We can do this, boy. One step at a time. One step. No! Charmander! You're going the wrong way. Come on. Come on. No! No! God, oh my god! You piece of crap! You better go that way right now. See, I would punch it over there, but I don't want to kill it, so that's the only issue. Yes, you're going the right way. We're making progress now, boy. Oh my god, it's always one step forward, two steps back with you, isn't it? Huh? You like this little game that we're playing, right? You stupid little piece of Charmander. Yeah, you stay right here while I go get some apricorns, okay? Thankfully, I was able to harvest some of the apricorns that were there and craft some great balls, so this will probably give me the best chance to catch this thing. Now, where did it go? Oh, it's over there. Okay, thank God. I thought it despawned all of a sudden, and all my work was for nothing. But now I have Scyther. We can use False Swipe and then put it to sleep with a Hypnosis and try to catch it, hopefully. Oh, look at it sleep. Oh my God. That is such a cute animation. Let's go. We got ourselves a Charmander. While I was mining, I found this weird ore, and when I mined it, I got a Thunderstone. So in this mod, you can mine evolution stones without the issue of requiring shards and stuff. Ooh, so a normal Rattata spawns on the surface, while a lowland Rattata spawns underground, kinda like a mole man. No way, it's a Dragonite! I never would have thought that he would have spawned in a cave. How the frick am I meant to catch you? I mean, might as well try, right? Nope. Okay, I'm gone. Wait. I see a Dratini on the map. Look how adorable it is. It would be so much easier to catch if my stupid Haunter and Scyther hadn't died, but oh well, gotta use the extras. Okay, so you don't like safari balls, huh? Well, take my great balls. Yeah, you want them, don't you? Right after catching myself a Dratini, Charmander was ready to evolve, and doesn't my guy look like a piece of crap? You're one to talk. Oh, wow. These are the kind of stupid comedy skits that go on in my head. I want to evolve my Scyther into a scissor, but I'm probably gonna need a metal coat for it, and the way you craft it is by using a honeycomb? In what world does that make any sense? You know what the secret recipe to my steel is? Honey! That's right, kiddo. Well, luckily there's a honey tree right here, so all I gotta do is shear it and then craft the dang thing. And then it doesn't even work. The only thing I can think of is that Scyther evolves by trade, so I'll also need a link cable which helps evolve trade evolution based Pokemon. But I need Chorus Fruit for that, which can only be found in the end. Oh look, it's a Blossom. It also happens to be one of the Pokemon that I can place on my shoulder, and I like the fact that it still do be dancing. And just like that, it started to rain, and then it turned into a thunderstorm, which was a weird coincidence cause a bunch of Elekkids started spawning. I guess the devs forgot to add Elekid's face? I mean, how could you? It's literally the first thing you see. Anyways, let me go ahead and evolve the guy, and yeah, that seemed to fix its face, but I think something is still missing. Oh yeah, my guy lost all his curves. It's time to head to the ocean. A new biome calls for new Pokemon. Wait, what, Scyther? How are you floating? Are you the Lord and Savior himself? No, my child. I am your daddy. Shut the hell up, man. Go back to bed. The Tentacle and Staryu line yet again have this glow about them which makes them look great underwater, and it's these cool little features that make these fairly ordinary Pokemon a lot more cooler and interesting. That's exactly how you get people to start showing some love for them. I found a wild golem, so I didn't have to deal with the issue of getting a link cable, so here are another few sets of Pokemon that I completed. We got a bunch of rocks, we got a bunch of fish, and I got a bunch of bugs. Nature at its finest. Aw, it's a cute little Pichu. Another baby Pokemon, but the only annoying thing about it is that I need to increase their friendship to try to evolve them, but you can sit on my shoulder for the time being. Also, Pichu happens to give you the speed buff, so I can run around and explore places way faster. If you remember, I mentioned that I wanted to make a bunch of cake, but I also needed milk for that. One way I could do this was by catching my own milk tank and milking the ever-loving crap out of it. So I made 8 cakes and placed them down. But you might be wondering why I'm even doing this in the first place. Well, there is one species of Pokemon that only spawns around cake, which is pretty funny. Yo, it's the punching machine. My guy looks stupid as crap, but I imagine it's gonna be super annoying to get a Hitmontop. Wait. There's a Combuskin on the map. Where is this goddamn thing? No way, I'm gonna catch myself a 3rd fire starter. Let's go. I can place my Pokemon in the boat? How are you feeling in there, Charmeleon? Get in the water, yeah. Get in the water. Wait, where'd you go? How'd you get over there? Okay, so I set up a little sugarcane farm because I want to be ready for when I can craft myself an enchanting table and make some bookshelves. Both of my new starters were ready to evolve, and just like that, I was able to get a Charizard and a Blaziken, both of which are looking magnifique. Once Pokemon fully evolve, they get access to all their moves, adding to their arsenal. After that, I was able to find a new area, being the desert and the Badlands. I found a lot of new Pokemon, and their fate was just to get smuggled into my little back pocket. I went mining, found a water stone, so I can evolve some Pokemon like Shelter and Staryu, but the most important thing is that I finally found an Onyx that didn't end up killing itself. My plan now was to craft an experience share, but for that I need some glowstone from the Nether, so having got some diamonds, crafted myself a pickaxe, got some obsidian, and headed on inside the portal. A lot of poison type Pokemon were spawning in this dimension. I saw a bunch of bone blocks and decided to grab them cause I could just bone meal a bunch of apricorns and not deal with having to wait for them to grow. The experience share is a pretty useful item. It's a little hard to get your hands on the materials though. My Dratini, for example, hasn't taken part in too many battles, so I can just give it the item to hold and now it will start leveling up a lot quicker. And within just a few battles, it had evolved into a graceful Dragonair. Oh, it's a wild Pikachu! So Pikachu can also hop on your shoulder. It has more of like a hanging effect, which is cool, and it also happens to give you the speed buff, which is nice. Keep in mind that evolving these Pokemon that can sit on your shoulder can make them too big, and so they might not be able to do it anymore. Hello there, Alakazam. Can you two stop smooching and focus on the battle?
Nope.
Okay, so the way you can use an evolution stone is by right-clicking the Pokemon with it, and then it becomes an option in the evolution window. Tangela and Tangrowth are literally just cubes with hands and feet, and I love it. And drop an Ender Pearl. Wait, what are you doing with your hands? Get away from me! That is so messed up. Don't you dare do that again. In the Nether, I found a Bastion, so I thought it would be a good idea to start trading gold with the piglins, and they ended up giving me stacks of arrows and a bunch of Ender Pearls, which is nice, since I do eventually want to go into the end. Okay, so another Charmander just spawned, and I don't really need two, but I might as well catch it, right? Look at these two beasts. So I just fixed my game with one of the new updates, and now Pokemon started dropping materials upon death, which is nice. Sableye now spawns underground near ores, I believe, and it was cool to get my hands on one. It can sit on your shoulder, hanging about, but doesn't give any additional bonus effects. It was at this point in time when I realized I could just kill a Pokemon with my fists and see its death animation take place. Oh look, it's a Kirlia! Well, for those who don't know, Kirlia and its species isn't actually in the official mod yet. So the special thing about Cobblemon is that anybody can create Pokemon models with the software and add them into your game through data packs. These data packs are available in their Discord from random people, and a big shout out to them, because adding their creations into my game makes things way more interesting. From what I've heard, there are people implementing regular Minecraft mobs as Pokemon to catch, so if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe to see these cool features and more videos on Cobblemon. My man's naked. Somebody get him some clothes. Just like milking Miltank, you can also shear sheep Pokemon like Wooloo and Double. Oh, so Pokemon can actually drop held items. A Hearthstone increases rock type moves by 20%, so these are definitely going to be useful. Look at it, it's a freaking Ditto! Who doesn't love this squishy little monster? Although it doesn't transform into any other Pokemon models just yet. Torkoal, I know you're a tortoise, but you don't belong in the water. But dang, that smoke do be looking good. Quagsire has to be one of the derpiest designs I've seen in this mod. And not far from it is that of Professor Oak's favorite Pokemon. My guy is looking in two different directions at once. Are you kidding me? Why do you spawn all the way out here? It's not even the same biome. When I was in a swamp, I happened to see an Eevee on the map, so I obviously ran after it. And this little bundle of joy had to be mine. I believe it spawns in any biome, but as an ultra rare chance. But the stupidest thing that I did was craft friend balls and then not even catch the Eevee with them. For those who don't know, some Pokemon evolve through something called a friendship stat. Eevee can evolve into either Umbreon or Espeon. The nice thing about the friend ball is that upon catching a wild Pokemon, the Pokemon starts off with 150 rather than 50, which makes a big difference. By this point, I had an apricorn of every color, so I crafted a huge variety of balls from Ultra, Dusk, Quick, Love, Timer, Net, and the Friend Ball, all of which have different effects. It was only right since this whole video is based on catching as many different Pokemon species as possible. After this, I crafted 16 more PCs, and you might be thinking what the heck I'm doing. Well, just like the cave, a certain Pokemon only spawns around PCs. And that's right, it's Porygon. One thing I learned is that Pokemon are limited to one spawn per chunk, so I thought it would be a good idea to place a PC in every chunk to try to increase the odds of one spawning. I don't know if this technique actually works, but I might as well try. So I found a Wooper, and this is actually one of the more special Pokemon because it can sit on your shoulder. But the best thing about it is that it gives you water breathing as a special effect, so you won't ever have to drown underwater and you can just take your time finding all the Pokemon that you need. It's a Lombre! Okay, this is the first Lombre I've found. Why are you doing that? No! Oh my god, why did I wait? How did he drown? You're literally a water type. Wait a second, you guys see that on the map? You do see it, don't you? Maybe not, because you probably don't even know what this Pokemon looks like normally. There we go. This Lickitung is yellow. And that can only mean one thing, that it is a shiny Pokemon. I can't... Of all the Pokemon to get a shiny off, why Lickitung? Why? Does this thing even evolve? Yeah, freaking... Oh my god, I don't even want a shiny Lickitung. Why Lickitung of all things? Yeah, Lickitung, can you back off, please? I'm kind of in the middle of explaining something here. This is not cool, dude. This is not cool. Since I realized the things about Pokemon spawning per chunk, I made more cakes and placed them like I did the PCs. You know what? I've used Haunter a lot, so I'll swap it out for another Pokemon with Hypnosis, like Curlia, and the best part is that I also get to use its final evolution, Gardevoir. And when I went through my last video, the most replayed part was this scene. Yeah, you all just got caught with your pants down. How does it feel? I decided to go into the Nether to start getting some more levels in order to enchant my sword with looting, as I'm gonna need it later down the line. Why is there a Milcery in the Nether? Milcery, if you don't know, evolves into a cake Pokemon, and you might have realized that it spawned because of the cake that I placed around my base. It must have just walked into the Nether portal when I wasn't looking, but I finally got one now. I was roaming around in a snowy biome looking for new Pokemon, but I was certainly not expecting a Gible. Like, aren't you 4 times weak to ice, my guy? This was one of the rarer Pokemon that was added in the most recent update. Okay, I see another Onyx.
Bruh.
Piplup's on the map, Piplup's on the map! Finally, this is my first water starter Pokemon, and look how cute this little penguin is. Who's a good little penguin? Oh yes you are. Oh yes you are, good sir. Yeah, I found a third Charmander, which means that they probably spawn on these mountainous biomes pretty often, but because of that, I was now able to complete the Charizard set and showcase all the Pokemon that I've caught and made new sets of. One of the standout Pokemon for me has to be Tentacruel, cause underwater it looks absolutely amazing with that red glow, and on land it still has a really cool battle stance which I'm absolutely loving. So a Ponyta that I killed dropped a piece of Blaze Powder so I could craft myself an Eye of Ender and start looking for the stronghold. My Eye of Ender broke around the area of the stronghold, but as I was about to dig my way down, an Arcanine had spawned, which is so cool. It must have been my lucky day. I found the stronghold and the end portal, so now that I have the location down, I now need to focus on getting more Eyes of Ender. Whoa, it actually spawned! Okay, so Porygon spawned because of the PCs that I placed around, and it looks so cool. Porygon is just such a cool Pokemon in general, I love it. Thanks to the experience share, leveling up my new Pokemon was pretty easy, so Piplup and Gible were able to evolve into their second stages, Primplup and Gabite. Okay, let's go, I found my second Eevee. Thankfully, I remembered to catch this Eevee with a friend ball, so hopefully I can evolve it into an Umbreon sooner or later. But just imagine if you could have 2 Eevees on your shoulder in the actual Pokemon games. This would be amazing. While I was mining nether quartz for experience, I also thought it might be a good idea to hit a level where I could find ancient debris. These turn into netherite ingots, and if you don't remember, they are required to craft a Master Ball, so I'm slowly working on my way towards that goal. I finally got my Looting 3 sword, and when I tested it to see if Pokemon drops get affected by it, it didn't really seem like it, so if that isn't the case, I wonder if they can make that a feature down the line. It is time to evolve into your final form, Empoleon. Look at that. Look at it. Look at the penguin waddle, man. If anybody asks you, I was not here for that. Even though I could have killed Fire-type Pokemon for Blaze Powder, I thought it would be quicker if I found a Nether Fortress and killed some Blazes. I put Zubat and Pikachu on my shoulders for an increase in mobility, which would help me dodge and kill enemies better. But the more important reason as to why I came here was because of the Wither Skeletons. Wither Skeletons have a very small chance of dropping their heads, but thanks to the Looting 3, I was able to speeden up that process. In order to get a Nether Star, which is required for the Master Ball, I need to kill a Wither, which can only be spawned once you have 3 of these Wither Skulls. I love that you can shoot them with a bow. After obtaining all the Eyes of Ender I needed, I opened up the portal to the end and hopped on inside. Okay, I've spawned in here. What do I do first? Okay, let's get off. LGM. LGM spawned in the end? Oh, no, freaking dragon. Dodge it. Dodge it. Okay. Wait, I got a piece of leftovers. Okay, so in this game, you actually get leftovers by just eating an apple. You have a 2.5% chance, I think, of doing that. And I got one just now, which is amazing. Wait a second, the dragon's attack actually hurt the Pokemon. So, Pokemon versus Minecraft mobs can actually be a thing if they implement it. Well, the Ender Dragon wasn't making it easy for me to kill it for some reason, but then I realized that I could once again mount Pikachu and Zubat on my shoulders to take no fall damage when it launches me in the air, and also dodge its attacks with speed. Eventually, I killed the Ender Dragon and slipped its egg into my inventory. I don't know if it'll have any use yet, but who knows, it might come in handy down the line. My next stop was the Outer End Islands, where I would finally come across what I have needed my whole life. These are the chorus plants that drop the fruit required to make link cables, aka evolve your trait evolution based Pokemon. Running around for a day led me to the End City, which had another important item for me. Over here is where I would find shulkers, and killing them would occasionally drop a shulker shell. These are also items required to craft the Master Ball. Once I got back, I crafted the link cables that I so desperately needed. Okay, so all you have to do is give them the item that they require to hold while trading or whatever, and then use the link cable on them, and then they should be able to evolve. It looks so good. Damn, it's actually floating. Okay, in order to evolve Milcery into Alchemy, you need to make some of these sweets, or at least one of them, and then just right-click Milcery with it, and it has one of 4 options to evolve into now. The only difference is the color. Oh my god, it's a Riolu! Like, they added around 100 new Pokemon in the mod recently, and Riolu is one of them, so hopefully I can catch it. And as I threw the Ultra Ball, I realized that I should have probably caught it with a Friend Ball, cause it requires friendship to evolve into Lucario, which is kinda stupid of me. Yo, Garchomp, you're looking pretty— oh my god, don't run at me like that. Calm down, man, calm down. Like, seriously. That is like some Predator kind of movement right there. Are you kidding me? Wait, look guys. It's another Charmander. Yeah. You deserve this. You deserve what's coming to you. Yeah. Maybe don't spawn next time. Okay, so I didn't realize this, but apparently when I caught my Lickitung, it also said that it was immediately ready to evolve. So now I can go ahead, evolve it into the Mr. Licky right here. and unfortunately, its tongue got cut short a bit. I think I didn't mention this, but the odds of finding a shiny Pokemon are 1 in 8,092. If it wasn't that rare, I would have definitely killed it on the spot, but yeah. I got to know about some other Pokemon that have some weird spawn conditions, so I got some redstone ore, threw Silk Touch as well as pumpkins, and placed them around my base, hoping for them to spawn. Do you guys see that Pokemon in the distance? I'm sure you're confused because you've never seen this Pokemon before, because it's actually a Fakemon. It's a Pokemon that somebody created by themselves. Wait, why can't I battle it? Why can't I battle it? No, you're kidding me. I got a new Pokemon here and I can't even battle it? Let me try throwing a Pokeball. No, just bounces off right off you. Okay. What can I do? A short explanation is that Fakemon can't actually be battled in this mod just yet, but I think that was only as of the time that I was recording this. It was a bug, so they probably fixed it by the time that I'm uploading this on YouTube. So you shouldn't worry about that. I tried exiting the world and then re-logging back in, and that happened to fix things, so I killed the Riolu on accident, but instead of actually going to battle with Griffon because that might cause the bug again, I actually just ended up throwing a bunch of Pokeballs at it, and luckily I caught it at some point, so that's a big dub for me. Griffon here is a flying type evolution, and I gotta say, it's really cool. Right after that I found another Eevee, and I'm quickly getting to the point that I can actually use the evolution stones on Eevee to get the original trio back. Okay, so I was going mining and I actually found this like underground fortress. It's like the area where the new like warden spawns or whatever. I have no idea how any of that works because I haven't played Minecraft, like a normal Minecraft recently, but over here is where I found echo shards and chests, so that's the item that I require to craft beast balls, so that's really cool. I noticed that some very unique Pokemon started spawning in this area and I've never seen them before. I was able to find a bunch of Spiritomb, which also have that emissive glowing effect, and I don't know what to say, man. It's just so cool to see Pokemon like this. It says there's a Whismur on the map for some reason, but I cannot find it for the life of me. Wait, you were stuck in the wall? What? Are you kidding? The one block of that pillar that I happened to break happened to have the Whismur. Like, how coincidental is that? You guys might be thinking like, oh, I spawned it in there. No, I didn't do any of that. Yo, we got Kangaskhan. How's the baby holding up, Aunt Muriel? Yeah, I called you Muriel. You want a piece of me? Yo, is that what I think it is? It's a Jinx. How creepy are you? Okay, not as creepy as like the original games, but you're pretty good actually. You're not bad. You're not bad at all. Wait, Lapras? Is that a Lapras? What are you doing underwater? You actually swim? You don't just sit on the surface? You actually swim? That's amazing. Can I ride you? Hopefully they add ride Pokemon, man. I would love it if you could just ride a Lapras anywhere and everywhere. Wait, Eevee? Eevee, what are you doing here? You know you're supposed to spawn on land, not in water. That's the anchor Pokemon. That's Delmise. Wait, you're so huge. Are you actually this big? Is this actually what the Pokédex entry says? That you're this huge? Like, what? And look at my Eevee collection now. After evolving a bunch of them, I have 4 different evolutions, and hopefully I can get my hands on an Umbreon soon enough. I see a Pumpkaboo on the map. Yeah, it's right over there. So Pumpkaboo happens to be the Pokemon that spawns around pumpkin blocks, and if you remember, I did place like 4 of them. And it also happens to be a Pokemon that requires a link cable to evolve, so I could immediately evolve it into a Gorgeist, and it's nice to see that it has this kind of like jack-o'-lantern effect. The next few days, I tried searching for a lot of evolution stones because I had a lot of Pokemon that required them to evolve. Something like Curlion to Gallade was something that I was really after, and then just other Pokemon that I needed to show off. I was passing through a jungle and I happened to find my first grass starter, being Trico. Look at the guy, he's just kicking back and sleeping. Why is he moving his legs? That's so cute. Okay. Trico, you are ready to evolve apparently, so I'm not gonna waste any more time, man. You're perfect, and I love you, but you gotta go to the mystery dungeon vibe right now. Okay, so another Porygon spawned, and this is my time to actually try to get my hands on like a Porygon too. So I went ahead and crafted the upgrade, which was available as a held item, but for some reason when I tried using it on Porygon, it had no effect. Are you gonna dance for me? Are you gonna dance for me? Yeah, do the top maneuver. Crap, I don't know what I'm saying. Nose pass, nose pass. Do you always like look towards the north or whatever? Aren't you the compass Pokemon? You're wasting my time. Okay, so I was coming up onto this island over here and there's this like very big purple black square marker which indicates that it can't identify the Pokemon that's there. So that's actually a Pokemon but it doesn't have a sprite or a name or anything, so I'm wondering what it... Oh, it's you. It's Mr. Mime. I don't see a Mr. Mime on the map, so it definitely has to be that's causing that. It would be cool if it had an animation where it would climb up like a few blocks in mid-air just to show that it's climbing up a wall. Wouldn't that be sick? I decided to go back to the end for one final task of mine that I really wanted to complete in this 100 days. Oh my god, why is it so good looking? It was not this good looking when I came here last time, so I came here to glitch the Wither into the top of the bedrock over here and tried catching it, but it just wouldn't let me, you know? I got a weak and everything, but just had no effect. But at the very least, it did happen to drop the very important Nether star that I needed. I then went ahead and evolved some of my own Pokemon, like Grovyle into Sceptile, my Riolu which finally got all the happiness it needed, and became a Lucario. And last but not least, I finally got my hands on Umbreon, which is shining so bright. I mean, it's my favorite evolution, so I'm glad that I saved the best for last. The only item that I now required was netherite ingots, which required 8 ancient debris, which I only had 3 of. So I went back into the nether, started mining around for them, and got everything that I needed. All that was remaining for me was to craft that inevitable Master Ball that I need to use. But as of this point in time, legendary Pokemon are in the game, but they're not accessible unless you spawn them in. But as of this time, it happens to be the end of the 100 days. So if you want to see me capture a legendary Pokemon using this very Master Ball, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down any other challenges you would like to see me do in the future, including the 200 days of this video. Anyways, I'll see you all next time.